is like a certain to divorcing us. But prenup also,
but it is though. It's the sanitation. Why would you? Can I ask you a question?
It does though. It's like you picking an umbrella when you're going outside.
Yeah.
Why do you pick it up?
Good question. Good question. Why is it that then you get a car insurance if you don't plan on getting an accident? You see what I mean? The African Wise Food Podcast. I'm Kindi, the truly one and only, and I'm here with my brothers.
And it's your boy DK. I'm the best among the rest.
So you never what?
I never rest.
And it's your boy Timon, and I'm top. Oh no, 5.
You got it.
I don't think they got it.
I'm top. Oh no, 5.
Big congrats to you, brother.
Thank you.
Big congrats to you, man.
Thanks.
You know what's crazy about him? The moment he got married, he left Virginia. Just to show that he's no longer a. Alright, now that we've got some foods out of the way, let's get some wisdom. First and foremost, thank you all for all those who are returning. Thank you once again for returning. And for if you're new here, this is the African Wise Food Podcast. I'm Kindi, that's DK, and here's D Moore. And we're really grateful and thankful that you're willing to join us. And once again, please subscribe. Remember to share, subscribe, and comment. Whatever feelings you have, put it there in the comment section. And then man,
we're here for this.
And hey, good seeing y'all once again.
Man.
It's been a while since we met up.
Been a minute.
Probably a month.
Been a month?
Yeah, it's been more than a month.
Let's not tell people how long it's been. It's weird.
No, I'm saying it's just like all of us.
The 3 of us be together. It's been over a month.
Babs is here too. 4 of us.
For the 4 of us to be together.
It's just on the corner too. But
because he was standing out for his woman.
Now for the heat, man.
Hey, you standing up like those Mississippi. Was it Alabama standing up?
Man, you all see that Alabama?
You know what I'm talking about?
I can't really speak much on it because
Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm just gonna say that I'm going swimming lessons now.
Yo, that's cool, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was proud of him, man.
Yeah.
We all, I think as a collective, as a black unit, everyone was proud of what happened. Like that moment,
That was swimming up there, like
bro
just broke the whole.
Bro,
What's his name?
He broke it.
He actually did.
Actually broke it. Yeah. So what you got for us today?
What are we doing today?
So we saw this video of this young lady. You know her name, don't you?
It says it's on here.
What's her name? Her name is. I can't see. Can you tell us?
Khalifa? I've never seen that name before.
Hey. Wait, why were you laughing?
I don't know. You guys were laughing.
Wait, no. So you laugh when people laugh?
Yeah.
That's weird, man.
Very weird.
No, I don't get Mia Khalifa. I don't get it. Like,
who's she?
Alright, so me and Khalifa uploaded this one video of her talking
wait,
about...
but who's she? Why were you laughing?
I don't know. He was laughing.
You started laughing first. You said, I don't know the name. Hey.
Everybody knows. I'm pretty sure 90% of the audience knows
what's
Mia Khalifa.
It's a seasoning sauce, man. That's what her name implies, man.
So
Yeah, well, let's.
you honestly don't know.
You actually uploaded that video, so you talk about why.
I mean, I saw the video, but like, I don't know who she is.
Oh, so she
used to be famous. That's all.
For what? Like,
she was a porn star.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's how you knew her. That's how you know. I know everybody. No.
Stop getting out of here, man. Why you making it sound like that?
That's how. How did you know? Because I heard that I was reading this one article that said that
an article on what side?
That said that she quit because they said porn.
She quit what?
She quit porn.
Okay.
Because they said they don't pay that much. Like it was ridiculous the amounts of money she was being paid. And I found it I thought people like that make that amount of money, but apparently she was bringing out the tea that they really don't make that much.
Now the video makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay, so you read. Don't look ahead through those lenses though. But you.
But I'm just okay. We'll get.
I mean, no shade, but like.
All right, so play the video, man.
Married a Brady at this game. Married a married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
Yeah, so
that's a heavy video. So what's your no need to restrain.
Nah, I feel like I just received new information. That was
no, don't look ahead to those lenses though.
I mean,
because it makes sense. No, you need to consider the context and where it's coming from.
Yeah,
because you can't say you shouldn't look at it through those senses.
That's fine to look at it in those senses. Like the reason why I thought it was interesting and why I wanted us to watch it or talk about it is because this video has over 49,000 likes, over 5,000 reposts. Over I don't know how many retweets.
Basically saying that it's a
lot
of people
who are watching, and a lot of young people are watching, a lot of people are interacting, and a lot of people are engaging, and a lot of people are actually agreeing with it, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's why I just wanted us to also.
So what do you think of it?
What do I think of it? I don't agree with anything in the video. Sure. The whole thing. And I think the fact that she's smoking, we should not even
because I don't know what she's smoking. I'm not judging like anything, but I'm like,
I don't get how smoking is relevant to what she's saying though.
If she's high and she's like, if she's high and be like, look, I know a friend that was high and said a lot of things, and then later on came back and like,
I don't really mean
scratch that. Like, it was already said.
It looks like she meant what she was saying though.
You see? I mean, she was backing it up with her stats.
Yeah. And also, what?
Wait,
why the stats? Because they're backing it up?
No.
With their stats. Oh, Jesus. Bro, come on, bro. Just let me know.
The statistics of her marriage like divorce at 20, next marriage at 25, and then third engagement.
Yeah, I don't think she was high, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
And also, being high sometimes brings out your innermost thoughts and those kinds of things. So those are things probably
intrusive thoughts are real, bro.
Yeah, so
she let them win.
So if she was high, she still meant what she said.
Yeah. For me, it's a problem because most of the people in our generation don't want to get married. And these are the type of people they are watching.
That is very true.
That are having an influence on them.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, we need to talk about these things because what is our perspective or why don't we agree with it?
Why do you think most of the YouTube?
Yo, what do you think about the video, man? Yeah, why you keep on throwing it at him, man? I can see this. Like, I love the chance, man. Okay. Calm down. He's like, I'm proud of the video, man. You need to talk. You think
I know, I saw it. That's how I'm quiet. That's how I'm looking at Babs, man.
Yeah.
But what you think though?
No, I asked you, what do you think? Like,
like I was asking the follow-up question because he said most of our youth. I didn't know you were gonna say that.
No, what do you think about the video? Like the video?
I wanna hear your thoughts first, brother.
After him we asked you.
I'm really forming mine. I'm trying to understand.
You forming yours?
I really am.
Go ahead, Dino.
Honestly, the whole time, the first time I saw that video, I was thinking like, what's going on? You know, it just brought this thing to me. Like our generation, we have this big double-edged sword that's like really, really important now. Like we have so much information going on out there on the internet, all these social apps and all these stuff, and everybody keeps saying whatever they think is the right things to do. Right? And the worst thing in life that we could ever have happening around us is when somebody, excuse my language, saying something really stupid and then looks for people to back them up. I feel like these days it's so easy to find all these people to back you up when like, oh yeah, We think you're right. We think you're making sense.
You know, internet definitely brings people together. You know, there was this one guy who said that he sent out the memo that hey, if you want to wear diapers and then go, act like a baby, meet at this park, and like hundreds of people were there.
And they all wear diapers.
They all wear diapers. They really just business.
I feel like there are a lot of crazy things going on there, right? And I don't know who she is. I don't know like her life or anything like that. But like based on the information that she's bringing out now and all, I married at 18, 20, and all that. Like for me, it's just words that I feel like it's becoming a very bad influence on the younger generation coming up. The last thing we need is a good is these examples, being shown at a lot of people, and these things also amplify things happening. Every friendship, every relationship, every whatever has its own problem. When you hear these things, it kind of just makes everything that we know sounds bigger than you think, So you probably know maybe some home's parents are having troubles in their marriage, and now a young kid just hears this like, ooh, she's scared to leave her man, and it may not even be so. She's stuck, stuck with one man, and it just makes I remember very well.
You don't want to be stuck.
But like a lot of things are happening, right? I remember very well. I once lived with some people, and they were teachers in my school, and I remember their marriage looked so bad, like it looked so bad. And then we used to all do all the talking like stuff, until we found out a lot of information, like private information, and then it all made sense, But then based on that, it just looked like, oh no, never, because I can tell you what, because the woman was always complaining about how the man is not like she wants a baby, the man doesn't want a baby, kind of stuff. Like, why is that? I could have gone to do somebody else. It just, and then I feel like these things just, and as a result, the woman was honestly, when we were young, we thought she was being really rude to the husband, like that. And the man too was like, I'm kind of sticking with it until we found out there was like a whole story of fertility, like a whole big, like it's crazier than you think. But if, let's say, I'm just walking by and I see this and I hear this, I'm like, yeah, she has a point. Like, she's speaking bars, she's speaking wisdom. But that's not what it is,
I saw a similar video when I sent to you about a guy who was asked, would you rather buy a vagina or get a wife? And he said, getting a vagina is free, man.
And it's cheap.
It's cheap, sorry, not bad. Not cheap, free, cheap. Than getting a wife. What y'all think of that statement, though? Because he said he disagreed with that.
Yeah, I definitely disagree.
I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Because you're saying the buying vagina is cheap, but you are continuously going out there to buy vagina every, every 2 days, every 3 days.
Whenever you need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you are investing in this vagina.
Yeah.
If you marry a woman, you don't have to pay her to have sex with her.
Question.
And I also think that it's also the type of woman he's going after.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why he's saying that buying a vagina is cheap versus actually wifing someone. If you wife someone and you're investing in this relationship is just for both of you, or you're not thinking about it as, oh, this is cheaper than this. Yeah. And also, if you're going to wife someone, there are women out there that are not asking for the Birkin bag, they're not asking for the Gucci shoes, they're not asking. There are women out there like that. So if you really want to wife someone, you can find those women to wife instead of going out for those women that are looking for those things that you call expensive.
Then it just boils down on the choices that. So it's just like that lady who was just saying, if you start leaving, it boils down on the choices of people you're willing to spend time with, or marry. Sorry, boils down on people you're willing to marry.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
Cheap?
I'm just trying to see what's up, trying to see the thoughts here, man.
No, but when they ask you a thought, you always like, what's your?
No, man.
You want to see your.
You understand? We're not here to be interviewed right now.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Your beans,
right.
So
first and foremost, with the lady one, I'm not saying I agree with it, but I also am saying that I I understand. I understand where she's coming from. Her reality is that this is how marriage works. Unfortunately, no, that's not your reality, and so you deem it to be wrong. And the issue is if you want to really find out exactly what is your issue. See, this is why I do share my opinion. Start sharing all of a sudden.
Nobody's doing it.
Start doing this. Alright, so if you want to get to the main source of the problem is that you want to look at how she came to that conclusion that marriage just you go in and you feel stuck, then you can just sign the papers and leave. It always at the times, the side that has not, only bad time to lose, seem to think that getting into marriage is easier. And I'm saying on that side, I'm talking about women. Society pressures women into getting into marriage at such early ages and times when they are maybe mature enough to have that mentality. No, I'm thinking that, I'm not even thinking, I'm knowing that society does pressure women into getting into marriage when they are not ready.
You think society pressured her to get into marriage?
I believe, I'm not speaking maybe on her, but I know for sure that in general terms, society pressures women, and we know this, right? This is not, if we use our own culture, we know that once a woman hits a certain age, those kinds of questions come up, but it's not the same for men. And so you see that not everyone really matures at the same rate. There are some ladies who are not mature enough to have the mentality that I can be with this person, and no matter rain or shine, I must still be with this person. And so when they marry and that rainy days come up, then they start having those thoughts that, man, I could have done more. I feel stuck in this relationship. I do, and the sad part is that that's also part of marriage. There's not only the sunny days, there come days when things ain't looking that good. So this person's not mature enough yet to deal with those days. And now they ended and then they say, I feel stuck. And then when they sign those divorce papers, the people who have the most to lose is mainly the men. Because once signing prenup now, you get to have half of your things given to her because especially when you're the breadwinner, right? Which in some houses, the man is. So when you're the breadwinner, you lose half of your stuff. Because they're gonna say you the guy you can't really take care of the kids, so she'll get custody of the kids. They have to pay child support. Then you have to pay alimony. So you're looking at all these things that a man has to lose, which is causing a lot of young men these days to go, screw that, I don't want to be a part of that kind of thing. That's why a lot of marriage, stats are going down and divorce rates are going down because there are women going, I feel stuck, I want to reach higher levels and this marriage is holding me back because you always want me in the house to take care of the kids. I also want to pursue my dreams. And so I'm landing now. So it's like you can see that this one was not ready yet. And this one, we wanted to do it because, his woman wants to marry, went in, and then lost it. So then wisdom, they say wisdom is learning from other people's experience, don't they? No. So then wisdom is learning from other people's experience. That's wisdom. And
it's wise to do that.
Yeah, that's wisdom.
Yeah.
So when you see that now, when you see that that's what that brother went through. He went into a marriage he was not, who clearly the lady was not ready for, but she wanted to do it. And now he lost half of his stuff. The kids ain't even his, right? When you see all those things, what makes marriage look that palatable to you? So here's the thing. The issue that I think we've been making a mistake for a while is that I'm not saying that marriage is not a good thing. It's a good thing, but we can also talk about the other side and how to protect yourself against it. Signing prenups, I'm for it every single day. Getting paternity tests, I'm also for that too. And also making sure that the person you're going to be with is committed to a forever.
How do you make sure of that?
Then that's why I'll never tell anybody it's time for you to go and get married. Because I don't know. I know who I've waited. I know because
I feel like when it comes to committing to anything,
it's up to the person.
Personally, I don't think you can fully know that somebody is fully prepared to commit 100% in their head.
I don't know.
I mean, people can say it out loud, and then their actions may show and all that. But we also know, like you're saying, wisdom is learning from other people's experience. There's been experiences of people who have said done everything right, and then still So then what's the point? That's the thing. For me, I just genuinely believe that this is work. It's like every friendship. It's like everything, like everything else. It's work. You have to put in the work. You reap what you sow is very big in a lot of.
And unfortunately, a lot of young ladies are not willing to put in that work. That's what she's saying.
No, let's be real. Like a lot of this young generation, in females and all that, right? I want to come and be treated as a queen.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You're not
Yeah,
willing to.
I'm
The
not
rainy
saying-
days.
yeah, no, I'm not saying you're not
Yeah.
saying anything wrong. You know, like I remember just like last week or so, or this week, there was like a video, a youth Instagram live thing that they did for youth and pencil, right? And then after
Monday.
and then after like a conversation came out of that from a couple of friends that I know, and then they were talking about how, you know, if you're a girl, like a man should be doing all these things, and I'm not up for these road talks. I'm not up for like, I don't like this road talks, because me, I genuinely believe that if you can just do it, like if you can afford to pay. Because it's both of y'all coming together as one to make it. It's like a teamwork. If the goalkeeper can catch the ball and it says, oh well, you know, or let me say the defender can stop the ball from coming in, and it's like, well, I know the goalkeeper's job is to stop a goal, so I'm just gonna stand. Yeah, like you still have to do your job. Even the scorer has to come back and defend. Yeah, like for me, that's what teamwork is about. So and then I hear these young girls talk a lot about, you know, like if you go out with him and he doesn't open the door, you know, it doesn't do like a lot of like shivery stuff that I think is good to do. And then when the conversation got to like, okay, so would you be willing to stay at home, or would you be, I can't, and then she's talking about, the same lady talking about, I can't come back from work and cook for you. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you just set a standard, a standard that is like here. And then you are telling me that you're gonna put, you gonna drive that man to exhaustion.
So if you're saying that, why is it that young youths don't want to get married? Examples such as those are what drives young men to go, I don't think I want to be there. And also, if you think about it now, this generation of men, we've been, if we are to really be honest, we are much better men than our grandfathers and great grandfathers.
So
absolutely.
Why?
Because we do emotional intelligence, right? We're talking about your feelings. We no longer keeping certain things that we are frustrated about within ourselves anymore. We find a way in talking to you about it, right? Our grandfathers were not doing that. Keep it deep in and then lash out at someone who doesn't even deserve it. So that to me makes us better. We've gotten better. But when you look at the other side, the woman, you can see that the character changes compared to our great grandmothers. It matches, because if I'm saying, say, I need my lady, to be like by my side and watching out for me, those kinds of things now. But instead, this person is expecting me to raise her up on a certain level of queendom status now.
I would say,
you see what I mean?
One thing I was just going to say about that is that the women now more is more outspoken.
I don't think it's outspoken.
I do.
I'm just gonna. I don't think they do.
I'm trying to say it in a nice way. I'm trying to say it in a nice way.
You gotta call it this. Like, I don't think the word is outspoken. Outspoken means like talking. Like it's kind of like saying that the men used to be, keep it in and all that. That's outspoken. But I don't know.
No, when I say outspoken, it's like they're more willing to stand up for themselves and be like, no, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, what versus back then, women are more likely to let things slide and take things just the way they are. Yeah. Like the men can go out there and go bring another woman in, and the woman is still there. Nowadays, if you go bring another woman,
divorce, and you lose half your money. You lose half your money. You lose the kids.
Okay, well,
I think that's true. Like if you go,
I agree with you.
Back then, women will be more like acceptable of things. Like some girls that I've talked to in the past, I've like had some conversations with, they'll tell me that, I was talking to my mom, and my mom would say that I asked my mom if like my husband cheated on me once or something, what am I supposed to do? Always the mom would say that, it's okay, just once, you can stay. But the girls would be like, I'm not staying.
Let me tell you.
You see,
because on this subject, right? I remember I had a woman that I was working with, right? And this she was like my boss, and we were very cool. She found out I was reading my Bible at work, and then we just started talking because she's a Christian. She was telling me that divorce is the hardest thing she was in the process of it. She's had to do, and it wasn't because that it's just like religion and all this stuff. Because a lot of men then was religion that like my faith and those stuff. That's why a lot of them stay. It's not because they weren't outspoken. Like they spoke and everything, but they themselves too went back into that. Like, well, religion, divorce is not so I guess. But her subject was that the children, the kids are why a lot of them would convince their daughters to stay.
That's true.
It's not even because of like.
Yeah, but
They'll
this
tell you, like,
day and age, they don't care whether
They don't care.
kids.
That's
But
like that.
you can take care of our kids in separate homes.
And then they're going to calm down, man.
Exactly.
but this is also the statistics that showing like kids in homes like that are coming out like quote unquote questionable. I'm not saying that. Some parents are
questionable. I won't say questionable, but they're coming
I'm just gonna say questionable because like not because they bad, but there are like some things to say about it. I'm not saying all of them. Like there are some parents that have done great job to raise kids in a great way. Like some parents have done a phenomenal job. Single parenting, it's not easy.
Listen.
It's not easy, and some too because of the kids and the thing like the amount of things it puts on the young kids. That's why these things are happening.
Yeah.
But let's the reason why I'm saying all of these things is that let's go to the subject of your choice and subject of like what you put in. For me personally, I genuinely believe a lot of people don't put in work. And then they hope to get fruits, the fruit of greatness out of it.
Absolutely.
But fruits don't come if you don't plant and work on that plant.
That's right.
That's why a lot of them young ones, and these days work means sacrifice. Work means something. Like work means like you might want to sleep every day when you are single. When I used to sleep and do whatever I want, go out anytime.
Right.
And it's not that it's restricted. That's the thing. These days we want freedom. Like this is the generation that we are. Our generation. We want everything through freedom, but not everything comes through freedom.
That's what I was telling you.
We want to be so free, and then it's so crazy. And that's why I think the video is like preaching all of these things. Like be free, and then still be able to get.
I think the society we live in is the one that's failed these young women because of the pressure.
And young men.
And young men, true. But it's because I don't think they realize that when I say yes, I do, I'm saying yes to his dreams, yes to his problems, yes to his, and like I'm not just saying yes to his
lack of understanding of what marriage is.
Yes,
bro, because they don't even say, these days everybody comes with their vows.
And the little tear jackets, but here's the thing though, like you don't because like some people relish in that joyful moment of marriage, like where you're doing the vacations and then the wedding and all those kinds of things. They're all
that's just a 1 second, bro.
I know, because you do not realize that there's gonna be a point where someone has to stay in the kitchen and someone has to go get that bread. You know what I'm saying? So and then but then there's the issue though. Some people, I remember this one person said, I think higher education may have ruined, or higher education and marriage have not caught up with each other, because now everyone has equal opportunity to reach whatever height they want to reach. Now the lady can go and become whatever she wants to become, the guy can do so, but now it gets to a point when you have family, someone has to stay in the house and take care of the kids.
That's the thing.
But
sacrifices.
And then the sacrifice comes in, it's like, I don't want to do that. Why don't you?
No, because I just think nobody sees each other's side. Like for example, I was having a conversation with somebody telling me about like, what do you bring to the table? And I was like, oh, I understand that, but like oftentimes it just kind of sounds really, really like restricted, like this is what I bring to the table, this is what you bring to the table. You get there and realize that table was not a four-leg table. You thought it was going to be 4-leg, but it didn't come as. What I mean is that. So they are saying was that so let me give you she is in school to be a doctor, right? The lady, I think the husband is also like a lawyer or something like that. He's trying to be a lawyer or something like that. And then was like, basically he's like, oh, I asked him, what do you bring to the table? It's a guy, they're not even married, like talking to.
You asked them?
Not the lady asked the man. No, I think the man asked the lady or something. Anyways, one of them asked each other, and then he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna be a surgeon, really busy, I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, I'm also gonna be a lawyer, and like all these stuff, we can make it work, we can hire, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, that sounds so good to you, but you're gonna get into marriage and realize that some of these things is not gonna be as easy as you think. You know, you think that being a surgeon would mean that you come back home because he works 9 to 5, and then you realize that when he comes back home 9 to 5, he's tired and prepping for his next court, so he might not have time like that, right?
So what are you saying? Are you saying women can be surgeons no more?
No, that's not what I'm not talking about career here.
Because that's what someone's gonna hear.
No. That's what I'm explaining. I'm explaining myself. Like, I'm not talking about career. What I'm talking about is that with all of these things, you get into the marriage and soon realize that it's not like, it may not be easy as you would wish it would be. So then you have to be malleable. Like, you have to be willing to adapt and then do that. The one thing I've come to realize is that our generation, let's say it comes to a point where somebody has to stay home. Well, these days, when a man stays home, he feels like the woman has made low-balled hair. I mean him, like
just low-balled the guy, right?
Just low-balled the guy,
right. Just like just called him a hair. He just proved his point. I see what he's trying to do, man.
Why is he calling me a hair? No, you are the one that's
he didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know. No, you low ball. He just made a mistake, but you call it low ball.
He didn't know.
I'm not participating in this. But the lady might think the man might think the lady is low balling him, you know. And then these days the man stays and says, woman's like, I also want to be protecting myself, have a career and all that. But the truth is this: somebody has to get that job done.
Like getting that kitchen.
Yeah, somebody has to be there. Somebody has to do it. That means that, and the thing that needs to be preached is that whatever you choose, don't look down on the other person. Like, staying at home, anybody that has stayed at home with a kid before, like, staying at home with kids, it's a job, like, it's work. And going to work is work, bro. So don't look down on each other. You know, these days you hear, oh, well, if I earn more, why should the woman stay home? Bro, my thing is this: stop worrying about whatever is happening in somebody's home. Do what matters in your home and makes your home peaceful and makes your home work. There is a video, I don't know if y'all saw that. The surgeon that came back home from like 13 hours.
I don't think that was real, bro.
I think that was real.
What happened?
Apparently, the surgeon came from a 13
I
hour
think that was
surgery,
real.
and she was studying his scrubs cooking.
Like, she cooked food for her man.
For her man.
And then she went viral. I think her caption is what made people like come for her. Because she recorded like a comeback video. No, so she basically just went to work, came back home, and they cooked. And was like, oh, like, I'm working like 13-hour shifts, and he expects meal like blah blah blah.
You know, crazy.
It's the emphasis on he expects meal, and then people are like, oh heck no, why would you do that? And then come back and for him.
You know,
like
funny.
everybody seems to back.
If the food was trash, and the husband said, yo, what the fuck? And the husband, you can't cook, you can't do nothing. Did the patient survive that surgery? Because if your surgery says as bad as his food, then I pray for your patient.
You should be laughing at this.
No, it's true. Like, what she did is what you call love and understanding. But what were you trying to say?
Oh, I mean, I feel like you're focusing too much on like the dynamic of a woman working and a man working and like that whole dynamic. I think we're making that the reason for all the divorces, or we're making that the reason for all the reasons.
I mean, we're talking about things coming up.
I looked up the reasons why women, because women are the ones who initiate divorce.
A lot of times.
And they're the ones who initiate marriage.
They initiate 70% of the divorces. Yeah, that's right.
They're the ones who also initiate marriages too. Area said but no, what I'm saying is that, bro, Charlie, bro, and then after they leave you broken hearted and you go on the demo mode after everyone's pissed off at you, but it's okay, we'll talk about now.
You sound like
but what I'm saying is that
don't leave me.
I saw that video. I saw the reasons. They said that one was the higher education part.
That's what I'm saying.
They want to reach higher. The second one was that they felt that they were carrying more emotional burden in that relationship, because some men didn't know how to properly communicate their emotions really well, or they were not doing certain things that they felt would be the all moments that you're looking for. The other part of it was that they felt that the person they were with was not committed to the relationship. So those were the top three.
What else? Committed.
So commitment to the relationship would have been in sort of a lot of different parts. One could be that you're not paying much to our relationship, you're not spending enough time with us. You're not, well, basically, you don't seem like you're interested in being with me. That kind of thing.
Work, bro.
So those are the things that seemed to be, on the tips of women. And so, like, what y'all think of these reasons why,
I mean, like you were saying, it's all work, and you're not willing to do that work if you don't understand like what you're going into. Like what you're going into is not like a friendship where you're always gonna be happy. Like there's gonna be days where you don't feel like
being around each other.
And then you have to like still talk to her and be nice and be loving through that.
Her, him too.
Yeah, for both parties.
Yeah,
and it's that's why Caleb keeps on hammering on the fact that it takes work and it's all work. Because I feel like we expect this generation, we see the glamour or we see the beautiful part of people's weddings on social media or people's marriage on social media, and we expect that to be our entire marriage, or we expect that to be our entire life.
And when it doesn't look like it, then
we
feel like
exactly.
YouTube couple.
But those people are only showing you those beautiful parts. Those people are only showing you those good parts. They're not showing you the days, the nights when they didn't want to talk to each other. They're not showing you that part of their relationship.
Part of when they were hungry.
Exactly.
And, a lot of things.
Which is why I feel as though that is also important for us. That's what I'm saying. We have to talk about the other side and how to protect yourself when it goes all the way down.
No,
because now, when it goes left, it's even harder on a man because one, you lost your imagine working really hard all your life to build yourself a legacy. Then someone comes in and takes half of that, they still have to pay her until she dies. That's crazy. And then the second thing is that, especially when the kids are not even yours. Especially when the kids are not yours, you don't even find out until they're 18, and so you've been paying child support all that time. And when you try to talk about
I think that's his biggest fear.
No, like that one. Nah, I don't want to. It's not my fear. No, that's not. That's the.
I'm not saying that's not happening to you.
No, it's not that happened to me. But as I'm saying this, I don't want someone who's on the other side watching me like, this guy must be afraid of marriage. But no, not that. I'm also a man.
You're not afraid of marriage.
What's that?
Go ahead.
How you said that the YouTube couples are only showing you like the glamorous side and all those things.
Yeah.
But what about the bitter people?
The what?
The bitter people.
Yeah, the relationship that
they're just showing
I was
you everything that's wrong.
Bruh, I was
There are people like that.
Yeah,
There are
this is
people
what
like
this
that.
video is all about. Like coming to you like marriage 2018,
Yes, you
divorce
get a lot
20.
of guys who are like, man, women always take all your things and all this. Like that's.
There
all
are a
you
lot
see
of
all
guys
the
too
time.
that are like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, so then you have to. That's why I say you have to also look at the other side. And you see the first face of the coin. You see the other side of the coin. So when you're going into it, you're making a match. You know exactly what to expect. Because when you always look at the glamorous side, you expect only the
but
glamorous
you
side to come.
only look at the bad side.
I wanna ask you.
Wait, pause, hold on. I'm not looking only at the bad side now. You see, that's how I wanted to finish my statement.
I see where this is going.
Listen. Kindi ain't scared of nobody. Alright? And Kindi ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah.
Marriage, me, I know who I'm with. Like I'm every single day I say I'm blessed that I'm with this person. But I'm also a man too. I can also sympathize with my brothers who have women who are not like her, like with that same nature said, like let me be a good person. Who have women who are trifling. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so I see that when I go there, that sucks. So I'm giving this warning now to younger brothers who are coming up, who are feeling as though I don't want to go into this because look at what happened to the other guy right there. Saying that saying Hakim is a legend. But I'm saying you can find ways to do if you are my advice would be with prenups now say if you already made it, you became your nurse, you became your doctor, you became your engineer, you made it and then you met a woman now. I think sign the prenup.
And if you didn't make it,
if you were starting it with them now, they definitely deserve whatever half that they deserve half.
Prenup or not?
I'm not planning to sign the prenup.
No, not like you planning. Not this is prenup or not like.
I don't know. I feel like it's situational. Like he's saying, it's very situational. Like
if I was a fool, if I had a certain amount of money, I'm signing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very situational.
Like if I'm Hakimi,
It's very
signing it.
If you're making a certain amount of money, before you met this woman and whatnot, because you never know.
You never know.
Like, you never know.
Because but people always think that prenup is like a certain to divorce, but prenup also.
But it is though. It's the sanitation. Why would you? Can I ask you a question?
It does though. It's like you picking an umbrella when you're going outside.
Yeah.
Why do you pick
Okay,
it up?
good question. Why is it that then you get a car insurance if you don't plan on getting an accident? You see what I mean?
But
so prenup is just my insurance. That's what it is. No, listen.
Because insurance is not a commitment. Like,
What you mean?
you're not committing to anything like
You are
this.
making payments.
You're making payments.
That's not what I
payments.
mean. That's
Commitment.
payments and everything. No, but it's like it's not an eternal commitment. Like,
is.
You can always choose not to get out of this insurance, go to another insurance.
No.
I feel like
Nah,
insurance is a law. That's why people are doing it. If insurance was not a law, you know for sure you don't
Health insurance.
You say what?
Health insurance.
Because it's expensive.
Nah, bro. People get health insurance. They don't
I feel
want
like
to
marriage cannot be prenups cannot be put down as insurance. Well, that's what it is.
If we are going to look at this from a very logical or humanistic view, right? But prenups is definitely a smart thing to do, right? But I don't think marriage is just physical, right? I think marriage, God instituted marriage, and it's a very thing that you need God's help to do.
So God said no to prenups?
Hold on.
Okay.
God doesn't want divorces.
All right.
He doesn't want divorce. Like, divorce was talked about in the Bible, but God said, Jesus even said that Moses allowed it because you guys kept on doing it. That's why Moses allowed them to do divorce. So God doesn't want you to be divorced. So to me, I think if I'm going into a marriage, right, I don't want to do divorce, right? And I'm not doing it because I think that this marriage is going to work out. But I'm doing it because I'm depending on God to help me and my wife to sustain.
And I guess
the willingness to put in work.
All those marriages that divorce, without having prenups assigned to them. So I guess they just, just happen to have it happen without prenup even being involved.
How many of those marriages would you say their marriages were strongly dependent on God throughout their whole relationship? I'm just putting that question out there. I'm just saying.
Now you reach a different kind of high school. That's not the point I can even
Pastor left off my
that's how many.
No, because
like, all of them are not going to be.
In some African nations, the concept of prenup doesn't even exist there, and yet there are also divorce rates there. And hear me out now.
Which country is that?
Ghana for sure.
They definitely have prenup in Ghana.
Hear me out. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. Right? Prenup, my thing is that marriage is between you and me. Why is it that the government is involved? That's my own issue. If you get these vouchers, what you mean?
It's just the government is for the people, by the people, the people. What's that saying? Isn't the government to the people?
No, when you divorce, the lawyers and all those, the states where you live in,
you know why?
The state, hear me out. The state that you live in would determine how the divorce goes down. Right. And yes, I do know why, because the women were not making much at the time. 1970 was when they put in that law, so that when the woman breaks, when the man she can get some and be on the same level. They have traditional divorces and they have the no-fault divorce. The no-fault divorce, it's sort of like the prenup kind. It makes it easier. Then here's this amount of money. Here's that amount of money. We understand we are no longer together anymore. Let's raise this child together. It's not messy. Traditional divorce is the one that gets a lot of men homeless. A lot of men's life are destroyed because of these kinds of things. So when you tell me that prenup is a setting for divorce, I have to disagree, because divorce still occurs with or without prenup. Prenup is just to protect the guy.
I don't think it's
to protect the breadwinner.
Personally, I don't think
that's what you were saying.
No, I think that you are more likely to divorce.
I disagree.
No, because first, I can't show you the stats. I don't have stats. This is my opinion.
It's kind
of like having a backup. If you have a backup to something,
I feel like
if you have a backup to something,
I feel like having prenup actually make the relationship work though.
You think so?
It will,
because the woman will be like, if I go for a divorce, I'm not going to get anything. So let me stay here so that I can enjoy this money.
No, exactly. Because
I see that.
Because there are some people who come in who see how successful you are. They come and join your life. They know for sure. That there was even that one basketball player. He said that the lady wanted the lady to sign a prenup. The lady said her pastor said prenups are not of God thing, like you were saying. and he said no, he's not gonna marry her.
Nobody was
Right?
saying
Y'all saying divorce is not part of
prenup, divorce come to prenup.
You know what I'm saying?
Prenup and divorce is not the same.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
You see, I understand what you're saying because the thing is, if like a woman is more likely to leave if she knows that, or she's more likely to request for a divorce if she knows
she's
that
gonna get
enough money to take care of herself
and her children.
And like you were saying, even back in the days, most of the women are like you were saying, like it's because of the children,
That's what
because they were staying, because they know that if they stay, the children are going to have someone to take care of them, have money to take them to school and all of that stuff. So that will encourage them. But now, if there's a prenup involved and they have to leave, now they have to leave. They're going to take the kids. How are they going to take care of the kids?
The prenup gives you the opportunity for you to state how you want the separations to go down, even before you get married. And so that way, when the situation happens, and of course, we don't know how life goes. You're not saying that I'm going to marry this woman and divorce her one day. But chances come up, and then she wakes up and goes, the spark is gone, and you're like, you'll get the matches. Let's try and make it work. And it's not happening no more. At least, you don't lose it. No, because when you see some of these dudes, like men issues go deeper than just being the fact that I can't talk about my problems. It goes deeper than I'm losing half of everything I worked for.
Would you sign a prenup?
I wouldn't, because I knew who I was. I didn't have nothing, and yet we stuck together. If I had made it and she came to my life, no, she signed. That one, if she doesn't want to sign, she can roll. Loneliness is not. Loneliness. I'm not afraid of loneliness, my guy. Nah, it's not. It's not something you need to be afraid of. It's important that you stand by your morals.
Okay, so let's talk about again. Let's go back to what you said. The things that most likely cause divorce and these young. I remember you mentioned about how younger girls are pushed into marriage. Let me say like pressured into marriage. Do you think it's actually still happening these days?
It's happening. It's happening a lot in our culture. It's happening a lot in our culture.
I mean, I'll say it's a personal thing now versus like other people pressuring them. Because I feel like now it's like
the girls even want it.
They want it more. They want it more. The girls
they see the social media.
Exactly, because they're seeing it, and that like, goes back to that phone.
Bella Niger. It was a Bella Niger.
Exactly. They don't want because they feel like they're missing out. They're like, wow, look at all my friends are doing this.
A lot of ladies actually genuinely sit down to watch weddings.
Exactly. A lot of
I don't understand that.
You see, but how many times do guys even talk about weddings or marriage or something like that?
It's a mixture of the pressure, the social media, and other people.
Yeah, I think like ladies just see, and I'm telling you,
bro, it's a pressure.
It took me getting it, and I'm like, why do ladies get so excited? Like, oh, they jumping, the way they jump and excite.
I've hanged
out. Tell them that they love.
Bro, I've hanged out. I know, but that's not what it looks like. You love it. You love that wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then no, but my thing is like, right after, I'm like, okay, so then what? Like,
wait,
bro, you do the big ceremony.
Why are they excited about what?
Weddings, getting rings.
Like going to the weddings, or
no, like
getting
somebody getting married. They see rings.
Getting married.
Whether it's them or somebody like.
I feel like if it's like me, I would be excited to get married because I know, like, I didn't think I would be with someone that wanted to marry me. So me, I don't know how to phrase it. Like, I didn't.
So is that how most women see it?
No, but I'm saying, like, me personally, that's why I
so you are excited that this moment really did come true.
Yeah.
Unlike some people are just happy for the occasion.
I would be happy for a friend that got married.
That this moment.
I know what you mean. Some people do take it to a whole other.
Like, oh my God, like, you know, and I'm like, I've seen people achieve great things in life, and I don't think they even celebrate it like that.
One of my aunties at church said, so you were dating this man this entire time, what were you expecting?
So like, what were you expecting? Like, he will marry you?
Like, what were you guys talking about all those 5-6 years you were dating? Like,
my mom say, like, when you're crying.
But I can imagine it's as if you're gonna graduate one day, and the things that you're going through, you're like, man, I can't believe I graduated.
Yeah.
But you knew you were gonna graduate.
Right.
So I think it's that feeling that some people do get when it happens.
It's crazy. No, the reason why I'm saying that is just that. Again, this is responsibility. This is work. I'm like, the woman realize that this is work? No, because I feel like women let me not say women.
Oh, snap.
You know what I mean?
One of those
Some people, no, I'm gonna make, no, let me say this.
Oh, snap.
A lot of young people, let me use the word young people. Like,
Yeah, say young
a lot of young people, because it's not just women.
It's not men, some men, some men.
Like,
Some
you
men.
don't realize it's work, and when I don't mean like in a bad way, but like it's work. You know, it would mean some days that you're exhausted and you would rather spend time by yourself and do that. It might mean that those days you have to get up and get going.
Yeah,
It might be, some people will be like, well, then my husband is understandable. He's gonna, but not that your husband is not understandable. The job still has to be done. Like, you know, if you type, like, you talk about the lady that you just talked about all these people talk about, I have higher education, you know, I can cook for a man. But like, dude, let's be honest, you still have to cook for your kids. Your kids 2 years.
No, the kids will get their food. It's the husband who will not get it.
No, my point is this. My point is this.
I don't
Think of it this way.
I get it.
Think of it this way. I'm saying this. Let's say we put the man aside. Let's say we put the man aside. If you go let's say for a woman, you're a surgeon, you go 12 hours, 13 hours, come back home. Your kids still have to eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? It's still work. My point is that I'm not saying
the
the man
kids will eat too, because CPS can catch you. CPS will deal with you, but no one's got that husband.
No, but the thing is this. My point is this, that thing is still work. That thing will still mean that if you are tired, you still have to make sure things are. No matter how tired you are in bed and your rent is due, you still have to pay the rent.
Oh, yeah,
if you let it, like, it's still work.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why
It
we
is-
get excited
I'll
and then
put-
we forget that the
let me-
work part is still there.
yeah.
And the work is what I call like intentional. Like, you have to be intentional if you want good things to happen, because we all work 9 to 5, right?
Listen, I'll
But
put it
after
to
work,
this-
you're exhausted.
I'll put into the story like it's like if your friend you know is really good at fixing computers, and then you have rent to pay. Now you know for sure you can definitely negotiate with your friend, but you know you can't negotiate with that rent that you have to pay. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's as if because I know that I know you, so I can
You
just start.
can take the L for now.
Exactly.
And then let me go and negotiate with that.
There you go. And so that's the mentality, unfortunately, it comes down to.
And that's what starts to break the whole point. Because then your friend that is fixing the computer is
That's what
you are always cheating him.
Uh-huh.
You know, you are always like
Yeah.
looking down at my work now. So now and then before you realize, okay, you know what, I'm exhausted. I'm picking up my stuff and leave.
Exactly.
And then he leaves. Okay, I get your point. But again, my point is that all of this thing, no matter how much you think you can look at somebody.
needs to be honored in the relationship.
Yeah, and you can look at somebody's relationship, how bad it was, somebody how good it was. You get to the same one and realize that your wife is different, and it still works.
Absolutely.
Like, it still works. It still would mean that you go to work, come back home. Like, what do you do when you come back? When me, at first, like when I was going into the office all the time, you know that when I come back home, I can spend like an hour in the car alone. I'm being honest with you. Just sit in the car. Nothing wrong with me. I'm not having a stressful day. Sometimes with music on, I'm just like, ooh, like, you know, just like cruising in there. You can't do that now. You come back home.
That ooh went hard, didn't it?
Yeah, bro, like, I can be in the car and then just chill. You know, I wake up, I come back home, I take a shot, something, I go play soccer. I can go play soccer till 9 p.m. Come back home. You can't do that. Why? Because you live with somebody. You live with a human. Even if the person was not even anybody to you, you still live with somebody. You have to honor certain things. That's what human beings we are. No matter who you are. So don't look at somebody else and don't look at those great ones. Yeah, pick lessons from them. You know, you can always learn enough. Pick from them, learn from them, but don't carry it on as your ultimate way of making decisions. And I want to ask this question to y'all. Like, when you guys are making friends, do you look at how bad some friends were, like friendships were, and then see how you relate with everybody else?
What? Wait, what you mean?
Like, let's say you meet me, right? You didn't know me,
Yeah.
and then you watch Twitter videos and all that.
About
know,
you.
Somebody talk, not about me. I'm not talking about me.
About
I'm talking
friends
about
in general.
about friendship in general.
Yeah.
And you see like how really bad friendships are going bad.
Oh,
these
okay.
days.
So then I come to you.
And then you meet me. Are you gonna be like, saw friendship videos and all of that, so I'm not gonna like bring anybody close.
I'll
to
say
me.
this. You know how easy it is to program the human mind without even trying hard.
Yeah.
People are easy to program if you want to.
Our minds are always being programmed.
I always been programmed, and so if you spend all that time watching all those negative things, you're definitely gonna have a negative attitude when you meet me in person. Like I'm trying to be your friend, you're gonna come and be like, oh, I know how friends are. It's like how some men or some women see a lot of videos of these Instagram ladies who are always like downing guys, and so when you meet one in person, you're gonna be like, oh, she's gonna do the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the mentality. So if that's the energy that you're already watching and you're vibing with, now you meet me, you're gonna meet me with that same energy. Unless maybe I do something incredible to show you that, oh,
That
everything that
changes
you're
your
doing,
mind.
that changed your mind. And that one also, it's its own work and annoyance that comes with it, that you do not know what exactly that person is coming from with that energy for you to be able to get rid of that.
And that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, the thing is, you just have to have a certain level of open-mindedness. Like, you have to know what you're coming from. You have to have your principles based on what you're reading, what you're experiencing, what you've seen. Exactly, but you still have to be a little open-minded, because you can't be like, oh, because I've seen this or because I've read this, I cannot talk to any girl anymore. I cannot talk to any guy.
I can't talk to any Ghanaian guy. Have you seen those things?
Bro, that
Ghanaian women are disgracing Ghanaian men.
No, I'm not gonna have, bro. Like, there's this guy
Ghanaian
that is like dating this white lady, and he's always doing that, bro. Like,
What?
always
Ghanaian women.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
coons like that. It's coons like that, man. It's coons like that. That really disgrace us so much
It gets on my nerves so much. I'm like,
that I keep on being a
Bro,
sinner.
what
He
the
has a white wife.
yeah, I don't know. It's like a girlfriend or something.
He's in a interracial relationship, and he's
Yeah.
downing those.
And
guys.
he's always like, oh, like we'll ask the lady, like, what do you think about Ghanaian men? Like some random weird questions, and then she comments like, oh, he's my boyfriend, blah blah blah, and I love him. It's like, wait to her. You go and take Ghanaian woman. She can't even accept that you are the boy. Like just stuff like that. I'm like,
there's nothing wrong with doing interracial in Ghanaian women. There's nothing wrong with doing interracial relationship if you don't push down your other race, just to make the other one look good.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
don't
do that.
If
So
you
I'm
date a white person,
laugh,
do it. Nobody cares. Like
Yeah.
leave people dating Ghanaian women to leave to do that.
So your mom was even black. I'm sorry.
bro.
That's what used to happen a lot back in college. Like the girls used to speak a lot of negative things about the Ghanaian boys.
Right.
And yeah.
What? Dude, forgot you was on camera. You forgot you was on camera. You was about to say,
I remember real quick.
How many is it? How many is it then? But yeah, so in conclusion, I believe that the society we live in is putting all sorts of pressure, all sorts of pressure on men and women into getting married. I feel like the pressure is different on women, because for a guy, when I get with my dudes, we rarely talk about marriage. But with women, like 9 times out of 10, the topic of marriage will come into being. And so you, the guy, hear me out. You, the guy, you with your lady worried. You're the guy with your lady, right? You ain't worried about marriage or kind of, because you're vibing, and then she bring it up, and then she bring it up. When are we gonna get married? And so then you start making the plans, and then comes.
So why do you even go for the lady if you were not ready for marriage?
Of course you're ready for marriage. I don't think anybody who gets into a relationship is like, I'm gonna get married now. I want to study this person first to be able to see this is marriage material.
Then don't date them like that to that.
What you
extent
mean?
of-
How can you date them?
No. I genuinely think that
I
concept
see what
is
you're
the
saying.
dumbest thing. Like,
What you mean?
Like, why would you want to date? Like, the reason is this. I've given that thing. Like, I've been in it before.
What you talking about?
Like, get to know this person with the name of marrying them, right? And then you get to know them, blah 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 blah. And then it didn't go. You're like 1 year, 2, you are still studying them. Like why would you start something if you don't intend to marry them?
So wait. Are you saying that how long it's taken is the problem?
No, my point is that if you're talking to somebody, talk to them.
Okay.
Without that commitment of exclusive commitment. I'm talking about like where it's like, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend.
So then the moment you
befriend them.
So we saying the
That's
moment
what you're
the
saying.
moment you say we are exclusive now, no, marriage
You should know that. No, I'm not saying you should be within 1 year, because not all circumstances are the same. Some could mean like, so there are some circumstances that it doesn't favor certain things.
Of course.
But I'm saying that within that point of exclusiveness, you have to have that decision in you that this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, this is the one you should.
Yeah.
I don't get why you. So these days, like the reason why I'm saying this is when you said that, she'll come and be like, oh, like when are we getting married? So now she has initiated the marriage, and I'm saying that's if you already knew.
That's not even what I was talking about. I'm talking about they already know exactly what the plans are.
So now what's stopping you from marrying?
You just talked about circumstances are not in place for them to get in there. And so now the pressure is on her still from people outside. And he understands that the circumstances are in.
And when you said something like women are initiating marriage.
Yeah, I feel like that's different
a problem.
That is a problem.
I'm sorry,
that is a problem.
Men should initiate marriage.
Exactly.
What do you mean by initiating? Like, what is the initiating?
Initiating should mean the idea of getting married. The process, even the process of getting married, it should not be pushed by the woman. Most of the time, the woman that is pushing the agenda that let's get married, let's get married.
Should
and
be
then
the
the man is feeling pressure, and then now the man is like, okay, let's do it then.
I want sex, you want marriage. Let's get it. No, it's true. It's true.
But it should be coming from the man saying that, okay, this is the game plan. I want to marry you at this time and this time and this time.
That's
go by
exactly
that
it.
game plan.
That's
right?
exactly it.
But most of the time, the man is probably there relaxing. Maybe his game plan is to marry the woman in maybe 3 years, right? But the woman in 2 years, the woman is like,
that's
expecting it.
I'm trying. Let's get married in 2
that's the
years.
part that so when you got to know, when you wanted to be exclusive with the woman, why didn't you make it clear to the woman that this is what you wanted to do?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The men should make it.
Listen. The problem is that the plan is there. We all know what the plan is between you and I, but because an outsider is telling you that it needs to happen right now, the pressure is on the guy not to make it happen right now, which pushes them, And sometimes the lady who's being pressured at that moment is still not mature enough to know that this is going to be a forever thing. It's stuck. When you said within 4 years we're gonna make it happen.
Okay.
You say within 2 years it needs to happen. You're not ready for it, and then you're going to it, and then all of a sudden you're like, I should have waited. I should have. And that's the issue. So that's what I'm saying. That if the two of you are together, you have the plan. Like me right now, me and my lady, we have a plan. No outsider influence will ever influence. It will change my decision of the plan that I have between me and her. I don't care who it is. Listen. With that thing, no, especially for people who are in that kind of thing, do not let no mosquito noise give you insomnia. Make sure you know what plans that you have. You stay to it, no. The only person who can shake you is your woman, and if she's not unshakable, then you're fine. I rest my case.
No, I agree with you. If you say it that way. I thought you were talking.
But yeah, I'm not saying that you get into it and you don't have any intention of marrying or you allow like nah.
That's what keeps a lot of people like in that point where a lot of men are like, okay, so what are we doing? Because intentions are not expressed. Yeah. I know you said that you and your woman have a plan, and if she agrees and understands to it, she's standing by it. A good woman does.
Of course.
Like a lot of women doing this whole you need to start now. I'm being honest with you, most of the time they don't know what the guy is about.
That's what I'm saying.
And the guys don't these days, and I'm saying this because I have like seen certain things, Some of these relationships has just been going in to see that, some of them, that's not even the mindset. They just going in thinking they're in so much love. And then they get in and they realize, and these things you realize is so early, like early stages. And if you know you're not willing to put in that work to get it to that point, you just let go, right instant.
At that point, they stigmatize my guy.
It's over. That's even the worst part. Like, don't go sleep. I sent y'all like the link. Did I send y'all a picture of a witch?
Yeah.
I sent y'all that. I thought that was the most interesting thing. No, it's not even about being a good witch or bad witch or anything. Like, I know oftentimes when we talk about like abstinence, we almost usually push it towards like religion, Christianity and God and blah blah blah. Lady is a witch telling you that don't sleep with anybody. Like This is a witch telling you that, bro. Because
She probably saw something.
no, yeah, no, but like, let's be real. She's talking about how that thing brings you bad energy.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what she has, like, the witch has labeled it as such that it brings you bad energy. Don't go do that. So when somebody from church even comes to you and tells you that, I personally believe if you're in a relationship, don't let any man touch you. Like, don't let them. When I say you get what I mean. Don't let anybody touch you. Have sex with anything. Don't do it. Like, until you are married, until you are in that commitment. That now, if you don't want to get married, then
Let's conclude it.
don't do it.
I had something planned to say, but all the stuff maybe forget. But I mean, the long story short is like, we need to know what we're getting into when we're going into marriage. It's like, you cannot go into marriage, like the reason why we really want to talk about this, you cannot go into marriage with this mindset that she was talking about in the video that, oh yeah, I'm not coming in here to be stuck with you. I'm coming here so that when things don't go well,
She's coming to get money.
I'm piecing out.
Like,
She's gold mining.
We shouldn't do that. We should go, like, if you're going into
But she's not a minor, else you might end up in jail.
Oh, I get you. That was why.
That was a good one, man. Get
Yeah,
out of here,
that's a good
man.
one.
Because she started at 18. I get it.
I get it, but
Get out of here, man.
Right.
Whatever.
So we should, I think, like, my thing is, if you're going into those things, you should go prepared that we are going to tough it out or we're going to figure it out. Because the thing is that it doesn't end up affecting just you. It ends up affecting the kids that come involved, and then it just keeps on trickling down. Because it's going to affect those kids, and then this affects
you.
It's just such a negative thing, and I feel like that's what is going on nowadays. That's why we are seeing all this high rate of divorces, because people like just keep on spreading the information that marriages is not forever. You can always get out of it. You know, but I understand that if someone is in a very tumultuous situation where they're getting beaten up and stuff, like, they should obviously not stay in that marriage. You know?
Oh, absolutely. That's not what
we're saying here. Like, you should tough it out, right?
Yeah, no.
Before you
Honestly, what's your thing? Honestly, that's a good question.
I'm gonna say
From
this,
domestic
man.
violence,
I knew we had a neighbor that used to beat his husband with the shovel, man. She used to whoop him, man. And this man was like really thick, tall, like, you know, this man was really built, like.
But yeah, she used to.
Oh man, she used to
the thing is that probably,
bro, she used to like this. I'm talking about this with the shovel. You know the shovel, the shovel with the one in the head.
oh nah. Well, I was about to say that. I was about to say maybe he didn't know that.
So like, question for your two,
I don't know, man. For us three.
Because I know what I think.
Okay,
you
don't know what you think.
Because I know
you don't know what you think.
First of all, I know the two of you are well versed in the scriptures, and you also have done a lot of work in the church. So I know for sure that the philosophy of the church has influenced the way you all think. Alright, so
I don't want to say that. Don't say the church. But
okay, fine. Like, when it comes to domestic violence, like, do you think the lady or the man should stay or leave? Yeah, what's your
I think you should leave.
Even though you say that God doesn't want divorces and all this, but I thought they said, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jesus said that's the only way to live is when you're being unfaithful.
Unfaithful, and I mean,
apart from faithfulness.
Yeah, and also, like, bro, if your life is at risk, bro, this man is beating you up, or this man is beating you up.
I say that because some churches don't believe in that kind of thing.
Let me say my belief about things. Nobody should tell you when to enter into marriage. Nobody should tell you when to leave marriage.
Absolutely.
Simple.
I 100% agree.
Simple. And I think that, and I think this, that. And also, for me, one of the deepest things you could ever see is the marriage vow. Not for better, for worse, like whatsoever that, even if it's your own written one that you read and all those stuff, like, it's a vow and a commitment you're making between God and man. Stick with that.
Wait,
You
Stick gets to beat up. Wait.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's telling you to do it. Nobody's telling you not to do it. I'm not telling you go to marry. I'm not telling you leave marriage.
That's a fine politician answer, bro.
Because I genuinely believe that. Like, let me be real. Like, a lot of people. The reason why we said this video was a problem is that a lot of people go into marriage and they're looking for a quick reason or a good validations and stuff like that to just kind of make a 360 and like, peace out, I'm done. All of these things are part of it. So if you hear me or like you hear a pastor saying, oh, if he's beating you, like and then you go find out that beating you is always coming from the man. Let me say like the lady's always beating the man. That beating you is always coming from the man starting certain things.
What?
Like I'm just saying like you are the one getting beaten. But like you are also the one who's always starting things that will get you beaten.
Oh, slap. Hey, yo.
No, I'm not saying like I'm not saying that. That's also a very real possibility.
It is, but what could you be doing to deserve getting beat?
No, for real. I'm not giving an excuse that is right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not giving an excuse that is right.
But like, you keep on running them lips, you gonna get smashed.
No, I'm not talking about my lips. No, I feel like honestly, I feel like for somebody to raise up their hand to give it another person, that's the most like.
Yeah.
Bro, even friends and we don't even fight. Like, why would you lift up your hand to meet anybody?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? But my point is that what I'm trying to say is that let's say I'm just putting as an example. I can't even think of a reason that you can do that was gonna cause somebody to beat you. But I'm just saying, what if let's say this is an example that you get up and this is what you do, and then it causes that.
Yeah.
So do you think that okay, we need to be cancelled through like how to better address certain these situations or what? And for me, these things are not just as simple as straightforward as that. That's why I'm saying that nobody should tell you to be in marriage. Nobody should tell you to get out of marriage. Like you yourself, you knew what you were getting yourself into. You knew what you've gotten yourself into.
Sometimes
However,
people don't know that's what they're getting into.
Then some things take us by surprise. In the world, there are three things. People who wanted something, people who didn't want it, they stumbled upon it, and then people that they wanted it so but they never got it. Yeah. So that's how like life is. So no matter what, you might stumble over certain things. You find out a lot that you think you know your woman. You find out a lot like, wow, okay, well this is new. I need to work on this. So it's a constant improvement. The thing is just don't look for easy way out. Be willing to put in the work. And then don't let any external forces or external parties, let me use external human being parties, push you into certain situations. Because again, all of them will stand by and say, woo, woo, woo. But the same people will say, shame, shame, shame. And then,
that's true.
Yeah, so know what you're getting yourself into. And again, God be with you. But let's be aware of this social media talks. And
no way, I didn't get to hear what you think. What you think of that domestic violence?
He already said it.
Wait, when did you say it?
Bro, I said
He
it
said
so
it
many
before
times.
I said mine.
I think I'm zoning out.
Yeah, bro.
I think I'm getting
What do you
past
think about that in
No,
your
let's
closing
say,
remarks?
yeah.
What do you think about that in your closing remarks?
That's my daughter, and then that happens. So she's leaving. I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. No one can tell me to leave and do that. I'm sorry. I can't. Because they see all those kinds of stories leading in death. Like especially one of those examples where the wife. Actually, I get you were right. What exactly were you saying that caused him to beat you? I'm not gonna care. Some women know how to hit that spot for you, and that's a man you lost your temper, fine. But some of these situations lead in death. I'd rather have you home, right, than you dead. I can't take a
You
chance.
also come back home. I should come back there.
Bro, nah. What? What?
They'll bring the body home.
Nah, this dude is dark, bro. This dude is dark, bro. I'm calling back.
Sorry, that was a dead joke. That was a dead joke, man. That was a dead joke. It's okay.
I get you.
It's okay.
Oh, nah. You can have it both ways. It's what he said. But no, but I'm so I don't want to take a chance like that and be like staying. The one I feel as though you rose a hand against someone no, you're gonna have to come back home, man. Just leave. I mean, I'll tell you to leave. I'll tell you straight up, leave, because I don't want you there. All right, and this more often than not,
Divorce or separate?
divorce. What you talking
I
about?
said there's also separation.
I listen, man.
So are you saying like the first time it happens now?
Bro, people have anger issues. They're not.
And then they slap you, boom.
Bro, I've seen it happen where some people. I know there's a thing. Like, remember when we were talking about sexual assaults? We talked about how black men or African men, we have anger, unresolved anger, and it's still there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this dude, hit you now. You know what I'm saying? What's this? What is this? Stop it. So if this dude hits you now, I don't know if he's gonna do it again. Even if he gets work down on him, I have to still watch that dude for quite a while. Because what if he's faking? So he can get you and kill you. Because that happened to that one lady.
So okay, what if it happened one time? This dude's like, I feel so bad. I'm gonna go to anger management. I'm gonna try to do all the changes.
Me, I'll tell my
What have you been saying?
Listen, I still stand on me. But if she wants to go into it now because she loves and I trust him now. But at least I know that's what it is. Me, I know what I said.
Once.
I know. I know.
It choked me.
He was choking me. It went wrong, I asked for it. But no, but
He choked me.
If I'm here, I'll still stand there. I'll still say leave. If you go into it now, at least I say if you're willing to go into it, it's your own choice. Like you said, no one can tell you what to. I'll give my thing. I say leave. That's what I rest on. But yeah, that's the close. This has been the African Wises podcast.
This has been an interesting one.
And I actually enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, we want to hear your thoughts, your comments, your perception, your distance.
Absolutely.
Bring it all to the table.
I don't want to see no likes. I want to see you put it in your comments. Like, yeah, I think that dude with the black hat is dead wrong and he needs to be corrected. I want to see those kinds of comments. And let me know what you think.
By the way, most people told you were wrong in my post, by the way.
What you mean?
The one I posted
What you post?
yesterday.
What you post?
The one she posted, I did a poll and I asked people
What you post?
whether you're tripping or not.
About the business thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People thought you were tripping.
People thought you were tripping.
Alright, man. Then there's no black empowerment. This has been the podcast.
We are. Peace.
And remember to share, like, and subscribe, and comment. Better comment.